Bitcoin versus real estate versus EV cars, the future store of value in a distorted fiat system. Introduction. The global economy has undergone dramatic shifts over the past century, with central banking and the fiat-based monetary system distorting perceptions of what constitutes a reliable store of value, SOV. Historically, tangible assets like real estate have been considered safe havens for wealth preservation, while recent trends, particularly during the pandemic, have even elevated vehicles like EV cars to a similar status. However, in today's digital age, Bitcoin has emerged as a revolutionary alternative, an asset that promises to fix the inefficiencies of the fiat system and return humanity to a sustainable path for wealth preservation. This analysis pits Bitcoin, real estate, and EV cars against one another, exploring how each is seen in terms of long-term value storage and why Bitcoin, in the view of many, is the ultimate store of value for the future. Section 1. The traditional role of real estate as a store of value. Real estate has long been considered one of the most reliable ways to store and grow wealth. Its value is tied to tangible property, physical land, and the increasing demand for housing in growing populations. For centuries, owning land or property has been synonymous with security and financial stability. However, real estate's suitability as a store of value is not without its limitations. One major drawback is its illiquidity. Real estate transactions can take months, and selling property requires dealing with market conditions, local laws, and high transaction costs. Additionally, speculative bubbles have shown that real estate markets can be volatile, with periods of extreme price inflation followed by sharp corrections. As the economy evolved and the fiat system distorted perceptions of value, real estate became a popular store of value. Yet, it is not the most flexible or efficient in today's fast-moving digital economy. Section 2. The role of EV cars in the store of value debate. During the pandemic, supply chain disruptions and unprecedented demand caused prices of new and used vehicles, especially electric vehicles, EVs, to surge. This led to a strange phenomenon where cars, traditionally seen as depreciating assets, began to hold or even increase in value. Despite this temporary surge, the idea that EV cars could serve as a long-term store of value is fundamentally flawed. Cars depreciate as soon as they are driven off the lot, and their value declines further with wear and tear, technological advancements, and the introduction of newer models. While certain market distortions have allowed vehicles to hold value for longer than usual, they are, at their core, utilitarian products designed for transportation, not wealth preservation. It is clear that any long-term view of cars as a store of value is misguided, shaped by the same distorted financial incentives that have caused confusion in other areas of asset valuation. This content is brought to you by Bobby Giggs. Promote your brand here and reach a wide audience across platforms like YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. Follow the links in the description to get started. Section 3. Bitcoin, the digital store of value. Bitcoin, by contrast, offers a fundamentally different approach to the store of value conversation. Often referred to as digital gold, Bitcoin brings unique characteristics that set it apart from traditional assets like real estate and cars. With its fixed supply of 21 million coins, Bitcoin is inherently scarce, immune to inflation, and decentralized. It provides 24/7 global liquidity without the need for intermediaries, making it an accessible asset for people around the world. Mainstream financial figures, such as Larry Fink, CEO of BlackRock, have recognized Bitcoin's growing significance. In a notable statement, Fink predicted that Bitcoin could grow to rival the U.S. housing market in value, potentially reaching $49.6 trillion. At present, Bitcoin's market capitalization sits at around $1.3 trillion. But if it were to reach the scale of the housing market, each Bitcoin could be worth several $million. This kind of projection highlights the increasing acceptance of Bitcoin as a viable alternative to traditional stores of value, signaling a monumental shift in how assets are perceived. Bitcoin's ability to retain purchasing power over the long term, combined with its decentralized and borderless nature, makes it a superior form of SOV in a world that is becoming more interconnected and digital. Section 4. The distorted fiat system and its impact on asset valuation. The fiat-based monetary system, dominated by central banking, has played a significant role in distorting perceptions of value. Over the past century, as inflation eroded the purchasing power of currencies, people turned to tangible assets, real estate, cars, and even collectibles, as makeshift stores of value. The primary goal for most individuals has been to preserve wealth and maintain liquidity in an economy that offers few reliable alternatives. Gold, for much of this period, has been the standard SOV. However, gold's analog nature requires intermediaries for storage and transactions, and it is not well suited to modern, fast-paced communication systems. In terms of raw preservation of value, gold has outperformed fiat currencies over time, but its limitations are clear. Bitcoin emerges as a solution to this dilemma. It provides all the benefits of gold: scarcity, security, and independence from political influence, while offering the liquidity and digital convenience that gold lacks. Bitcoin fixes the distortions of the fiat system, offering a sustainable, long-term store of value that is better aligned with the needs of a digital economy. Section 5. The future of store of value. As Bitcoin continues to gain mainstream acceptance, the traditional assets that have served as makeshift stores of value, such as real estate and cars, are likely to lose their monetary premium. Real estate, while valuable, will no longer be seen as the go-to store of value for wealth preservation. EV cars, which enjoyed a brief moment of inflated value during the pandemic, will revert to their status as depreciating assets. Bitcoin, on the other hand, is poised to become the dominant store of value. Its ability to retain purchasing power, provide liquidity 24/7, 365, and operate without intermediaries sets it apart from other assets. As more institutional investors and financial analysts like Larry Fink recognize Bitcoin's potential, it is likely to solidify its position as the preferred store of value in the digital age. Conclusion: the battle between Bitcoin, real estate, and EV cars for the title of the ultimate store of value reflects a broader transformation in the way we perceive wealth preservation. While real estate has historically been the go-to asset and cars have seen temporary inflation in value, Bitcoin stands out as the superior option. Its unique combination of scarcity, liquidity, and digital accessibility makes it a better fit for the modern economy. As Larry Fink's prediction suggests, Bitcoin is poised to rival traditional assets in value, and as it gains recognition, other stores of value will lose their appeal. In a distorted fiat system, Bitcoin offers a path back to a sustainable, reliable way to preserve wealth for the long term.